Rescue Wood Rehab in Fuquay Varina is proud to be your local custom woodworking shop for furniture, home decor, and more. Visit us and maybe spend some time with our shop dog, Amber. Rescue Wood Rehab is more than wood, it's an experience. RWRNC.com.
For over 30 years, Cary Car Care has been the trusted, family-owned auto repair shop serving Cary and surrounding communities. With ASE certified technicians, we handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs, always with honesty and transparency. Visit carycarcare.com or call 919-380-0040. Cary Car Care, service you can trust.
Hi there, and welcome to What's Up Wake.
Spend your day is the only way to take a break with What's Up Wake. Ooh, What's Up Wake.
Presented by the publishers of Cary Magazine, Wake Living, and Main and Broad, What's Up Wake covers the people, places, restaurants, and events, essentially all the cool stuff and great news of Wake County. I'm your host, Melissa Wistahuff. Join me as we find out what's up Wake. If your closet has ever stared back at you and said, "Girl, we need to talk," then today's guest might just be your fashion fairy godmother. I'm sitting down with the owner of Swagger Boutique, a shop that's become a go-to for women in Wake County. From scouting the trends before they're trending to curating pieces that'll put you on the best dressed list, Mandy Becker has built more than just a boutique. She's built a style destination. With locations in Raleigh and Cary, Mandy has created a shopping experience that feels less like running errands and more like a confidence upgrade. Today, we're talking about how she stitched her business from the ground up, how she shops the fashion markets like a pro, and what looks she thinks will have us walking into work like Giselle this season. So zip up something fabulous, fluff your imaginary runway hair, and get ready because Mandy is here to help us all live life with a little more style, a little more confidence, and of course, a lot more swagger. Okay, I want to start way back before you opened Swagger.
Okay.
I want to know what inspired you to open a boutique. Were you always into fashion? What kind of gumption did you have to even start something like this? Because I do feel like it really does take a lot of gumption. There was another word I was going to use, and I decided not to. to go for something like this. So tell us about the beginning.
Okay. So way back in the day. So probably when I was 16, I was in high school. So I grew up in South Georgia, and there was a store there. And it was actually called Place on the Point. Shout out to them. They're still in business. I mean, it's been a lot of years. I loved going into. It was a gift store. It was not clothes. Because if you remember back in the day, this trendy, affordable clothing was not available.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, the Targets of the world weren't available, Old Navy, like those things. Like,
I do remember the day that Old Navy opened.
Actually,
yes, it was a big day.
Yeah, it was. But I mean, like, so trendy, affordable, there was department stores like Belk, but a store like mine did not exist. And so all they sold was gifts. And I loved the feeling that I got when I went into that store. And I was like, I want to do this when I grow up. I want this feeling. I loved the customers and the selling, and I just loved everything about it. But I also loved math and science. So I went to Georgia Tech. I'm an engineer.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this about you.
So I have, I got a full scholarship, and I was like, I have to do this.
You were a smarty pants.
Yeah. Well, I just loved math and science. That was my thing. English, not so much.
Okay.
But, yes.
Okay.
So that is so I got my engineering degree and then married my college sweetheart, and we moved to Raleigh. And I was like, I really don't want to be an engineer. I really, really want to be a business owner. And he was like, well, do it. So that was 2002. And I opened as a gift store. So I don't even if you remember that.
I don't remember that.
So from 2002 to 2011, I was a gift store. Only sold gifts.
That's a long time. I actually don't remember that at all.
Yeah. And then in 2011, there was a spa next door to me in Lockmore Pavilion because that was the original location, and the spa closed. And customers came to me and said, we want clothes. Can you open clothes? Clothes would be really great. Addition to Swagger. And I was like, because I never considered myself a fashionista. I never wanted a clothing boutique. I wanted a gift boutique. And so I was like, I don't know. Is this the right thing to do? obviously that's what we ended up doing. So while I was like 8 months pregnant, we built out the other side and started the gift boutique in September of 2011. My child was born January 2012, and the rest is history. The clothes have done very well. I mean, that's what now it's like 50-50 gifts to clothes of like what the sales are.
Well, and now you are a fashionista.
Yeah.
Because we watch you on the live streams and we shop. I'm going to get to that in a little bit because I want to touch on how social media has
Changed
really,
everything.
yeah, it has changed everything. But what is something about owning a boutique that maybe no one would ever guess that you can tell us about?
You know what I found, what I thought was interesting? So I actually never worked retail. I just liked the feeling that I went into this store. So when I opened my business, I had never worked retail, and I just did not know that the friendships that you would make with people that shopped in the store.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like regular people come in, you know about their lives. And then I'm fortunate that I have like a bunch of amazing employees. We've just had, I mean, over the years, hundreds of people have worked at least 100 people have worked at Swagger. I mean, it's been 24 years.
Wow.
So just the friendships there and the friendships that I made with other business owners. I've just learned a lot from other people as well as, school of life, I guess. Like learned about business because I never took a business class ever. I mean,
really?
Because at Georgia Tech, if you're an engineer, you can't take business classes. At the time, they did not allow it.
So you really just dove right in.
Correct.
And had no idea what you were doing?
No idea what I was doing.
You knew the feeling you were trying to recreate, but other than that, you really had no idea?
Nothing.
Wow.
If it wasn't for my husband, who knows where Swagger would be right now? He's
the business side.
He is.
Okay,
yeah.
so he kind of knew at least how to guide you.
Well, I mean,
maybe.
he's also an engineer. That's how we met. But he just is really good at that part.
Okay,
So,
good.
Shout out to him.
Good, good. Hey, I always say that, you really are who you marry. So if you've got, that's the most important decision of your life.
I tell my daughter the same thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So I am fascinated by the fashion markets that you go to. You generally go to Atlanta, is that right?
So we used to go to Atlanta a lot, but it does matter. We found throughout the years, because it's amazing, you do the same thing over and over again, but every year you learn something new. And you wouldn't think, like, I've been going to clothing market since 2012, but still last year we were learning things about where we should go, what we should do. About 2 years ago, the Dallas market became the first market of the year. And it matters that we go to that one because then we get our clothes first and we don't get the second cut or the third cut. So if you're going to Dallas and you get the first cut of the clothes, then you get them first and you're not getting them in May. So you need that. We need the clothes to be able to sell them when, people are sick of winter and they want to buy spring clothes in February, even though it's not going to be warm for another month or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Well, that's actually my next question, because I'm wondering, when do you buy, say, spring and summer clothes? Is that back in December?
I think it also depends. Well, it depends on what type of store that you have. So we say we're like trendy, affordable. And so the brands that we purchase from and that we sell at Swagger, a lot of them, like if we're buying the items at the January market, those clothes are shipping to us February, March, April. Like they'll do, when you go, they separate them by, this is the delivery date. And now if you have maybe a more expensive brand, like a Z Supply, other brands that I don't carry. There's other boutiques in the Cary area that sell different types of vendors that we don't, and they have to buy 6 months in advance. So those items are only cut for what was purchased, if that makes sense. So they're doing those 6 months in advance. We are more like in January, things are shipping February, March, April, May, June, July, and then we go to the July market and then buy for the next 6 months.
Okay, so you go
for
generally
the most part
twice a year.
Well, we actually go 4 times a year. So as I said that to you, because I'm thinking, well, so we go to the first market of the year now. So now we're going to Dallas. We really don't go to the Atlanta market for clothes anymore. I go to the Atlanta market for gifts. So I start out the year and I go to the Atlanta gift market, which is all gifts. And then I turn around a week later and go to the Dallas market for clothes. And then I just got back 2 weeks ago from the Vegas market, which is also clothes, but that's where we hit up our vendors that are selling the brands that we carry that are for 6 months from now.
Okay.
So we will buy fall from some brands at that market, and they just have more vendors there because Dallas and Atlanta, New York, they're smaller niche markets. Kind of, they bring the stuff that they think is geared towards the people who are in that area. And then Vegas, they just have bigger booths and they carry more items.
So as you're explaining this, I'm wondering how do you even go about, is it like a magic 8-ball that you're looking into to know what the trends are going to be coming up, since you are having to buy kind of,
Further
far
in
ahead? Yeah.
So we're always trying to do trend forecasting, but at the same time, I feel like the booths and the vendors, they kind of also tell you what is going to trend, right? So if you see that on the mannequins, when you walk into a booth, everybody has on polka dots or stripes, or, they have high-waisted jeans on. Like I remember when I went from low-waist to high-waist jeans.
Hallelujah.
Where I was like, no, you noticed that, and then the flowy clothes, or you can see like what the booths are doing, what the vendors are doing, the designers are doing. And you're
So
like,
you
okay.
really walk in and then you're seeing, okay, this is where we're going.
Right, because even we try to do the research beforehand as well, like what are we seeing on people, and it being in Raleigh, you also can see what are people wearing in New York, what are they wearing in LA, what are they wearing in Paris, which doesn't always translate to here right away. It might be a year and a half later, and then we'll see those trends. We know that they're coming, but kind of like, the designers and the brands that we have tell us, like they say, hey, this is the trend.
Do you also go in and see what's on the mannequin and think, yeah, but my customers,
Yes,
I don't think this is going to be really our type of look?
Right.
Okay.
For sure, all the time. Like, that's not, like, I think that to be successful, because of course you're walking, there's hundreds of booths, and each one has.
I mean, it sounds like heaven to me.
I've
it's
got to say. Well, it is. There's hundreds
and
of
it
booths.
sounds very dangerous.
And there's thousands of items in each booth. So you have the discernment of being like, okay, there's stuff that we think is cute all the time, but it's not for our customer.
Yeah.
There might be another boutique in this area that I'm like, oh, in my head, I'm like, oh, that would be so cute in there, but it's just not going to. It's not going to work at Swagger, just because we do have a very broad. Whenever you go into a booth and they don't really know who we are, they're like, well, who is your demographic? And it really is. I mean, like 16-year-olds to. We have 85, 90. I was working with a 90-year-old woman the other day,
I believe it.
Yeah. So daughters of the moms that are shopping in there, we have the whole gamut. So we are looking for lots of different age groups, but I think we've honed in on what like our style is, or what our people want to.
And I think you really embody what the overall style of Swagger is. Every time I see you, I think you're Swagger. And so I'm thinking you probably walk into market and think, would I wear this? And if the answer is no, you might not get it.
Yes. Also, I bring a buyer with me. Her name's Elena. She's awesome. She's been with Swagger almost 10 years. She's a very good at saying, like, there's stuff that I'll be like, oh my gosh, I love this. She's like, Mandy, it's not right for our customer. And I'm like, but it's so cute. She's like, redirection.
Yes.
Like, look over
Turn
here.
away, walk away.
Yeah, she does that.
So, how do you like your urgent care? At Wake Med, we have urgent care just about everywhere. Urgent care that specializes in orthopedics and kids. My Care 365, open every day of the year. Even virtual urgent care. Yup, urgent care in your jammies on your tablet. So download the Wake Med All Access app and get urgent care that's caring, convenient, and just the way you like it.
Spring is in the air, and there's no better way to celebrate than at Cary's Spring Days Arts and Crafts Festival. Join us Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 5 at beautiful Bond Park for a full day of art, music, food, and family fun. Explore one-of-a-kind creations from over 170 North Carolina artists. Enjoy live performances, grab delicious bites from local vendors, and take parts in hands-on activities for all ages. Whether you're shopping, relaxing by the lake, or just soaking in the springtime vibes, Spring Days is all about community, creativity, and new beginnings. Bring your friends, bring your family, and don't miss Spring Days 2026. Welcome to Podcast Carry, professional podcast studios with more than 50 shows making podcasting simple and fun. It starts right on our website. Pick a time that fits your schedule, tell us what you're working on, and we'll take care of the rest. You focus on the conversation. We handle everything else. Because starting a podcast should be fun, not complicated. Come see how easy it can be at podcastcarry.com. Mark your calendars. The Apex Love Local Showcase returns on Sunday, April 26th from 11 to 4 in downtown Apex. Spend the day discovering the best local businesses, all in one convenient location. Enjoy samples, take advantage of exclusive promotions, and discover your new favorite spot. Sip, shop, stroll. How will you choose to love local? Visit apexnc.org/showcase for all the details.
So what kind of trends are you seeing for this spring and summer?
So color trends, because there's both. There's like trends of like the styles and the color trends. The color trends that we saw that actually I'm loving. So butter yellow, which I thought as a blonde.
I love that.
Okay, I love butter. It's like working on all the people. I didn't think it would.
Yes.
Butter yellow, chocolate brown for summer.
Love it too.
I love it. Me too.
Yep.
I hope
put them together.
I hope
the yellow
yes.
with the brown. Yes.
I hope people buy into the chocolate brown for
I wouldn't
winter.
think for summer.
But it's so cute.
Okay.
With like the light blue. I don't know. We bought it. I love it.
Yeah.
I'll be wearing it. So hopefully that.
And polka dots, that would be nice with a polka dot.
Right. Exactly. So polka dots. So like more of like a design. Polka dots are in. Stripes are in. Animal print's not going anywhere.
Good.
And I think animal print's a neutral, but still with the leopard. We were seeing a lot of zebra actually. Which I love. I mean, zebra was what I started for my brand. It was on our bags. It was on our wrapping paper. It was our logo. So I've just always
that's right.
loved-
It's on your
I've always loved zebra.
tissue paper.
So I'm
yes.
very excited that that's
Okay.
trending again. And then we are seeing the jeans are coming down a little bit to more of a mid-rise. We're still seeing a high-rise,
don't
but
say
it's
that.
mid-rise.
I don't even want to hear it.
It's not going any lower than that, hopefully, right now.
I don't know how we survived the low-rise jean phase of life. I mean, luckily I was a lot younger.
That's what I said too.
But
thank
if it
goodness.
comes back, it's not coming back for me.
It's not going to come back to swagger.
No. I mean, I want my rise to go as far up as possible.
agreed.
Yes, cover as much as possible.
You know, one of the other things that I have loved that I see is coming back as a trend, scarves. So scarves tied around your waist, around your neck, on your purse, as well as brooches. I kind of feel like it's giving, like kind of granny chic. I don't know. Like my grandma was so beautiful in all these pictures where she had these scarves tied around even her head and her neck. And then she always had one tied on her bag, but then she always had beautiful brooches. And both of those things are.
That is a very vintage thing to be coming back. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
My aunt has about 1.5 million brooches, so I
should
might
go get
have to
them.
go
Go
to
get
her
them.
house. Yeah, and just be like, I just want to borrow it
Yeah.
real quick. Yep. What would you say is one easy way women can refresh their current closet and bring in a little, maybe the brooches, like you said, and a scarf? Is there anything else that would just be a simple, quick, cheap refresh?
I do think adding accessories, I always think is like an easy way to refresh your wardrobe. Like right now, exactly, scarves. We haven't gotten brooches in yet to swagger. We're looking for some, but the scarves.
You just need to go to my aunt's house.
We have a lot of those, but as well as chunky necklaces are back in. I think we've seen a lot of that clean girl aesthetic or with the smaller jewelry, right? But now bigger jewelry is coming
and
back
you've got them layered necklaces.
Which I think you can add. I love a simple silhouette. So even if it's like a white t-shirt or white button up with some jeans, but put on an awesome scarf or big jewelry, and it just really freshens it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that gold is back in style too. It was silver for so long.
Thank
and
goodness.
and I love all the silver, gold, rose gold, but I do love gold. It looks better on my skin tone too.
Me too.
Mhm.
I hope no one ever tells me I should be wearing silver. I'm not getting my colors done, because what if they told me that? Because I'm just going to start the gold.
I was going to ask you if you've done
I've
the
never
color
done it. I want
testing.
to.
Yeah, and for everybody listening, I guess, I don't know how they're trained, but they hold up a different
I know.
shade of, colors, whether you're in the warm tones or the cool tones. And
Whether you're a spring, a summer, a winter.
yes,
And
yeah,
I have not done it yet. I
Okay.
would like to see.
yeah.
But they better not tell me I'm a silver. I should be wearing silver.
Well, and I think like with blondes, you're blonde. You look great in black. You're wearing black today. I have a lot of black, but it doesn't necessarily look great, the best on me. I'm more jewel tones, I think, look best on me. So honestly, whatever the color lady tells me, I'm just gonna do what I want to do anyway. It's not like I'm gonna change much,
Right.
so why do it?
Right.
Okay, you've got a teenage daughter,
Yes.
and I can imagine that she's also a budding style icon. Does she ever tell you that one of your potential buys or something that you have already bought for the store is a no-go, or as the kids say these days, it's chopped? It's no cap. 6, 7. I'm just going to go ahead and throw them all out there all at once. But does she really give you a lot of her opinions on things?
Well, okay. So she's a teenager, but she's still in the 8th grade. So,
Okay.
the 8th graders are still very much into the athleisure more than
True.
anything else.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting when she goes to high school next year. But she's actually pretty good. I think she understands that I need to be wearing one thing, and she'll be like,
Yeah.
yes, that looks pretty on you. I wouldn't wear it. She'll say all the time, like, we'll go shopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you think of this? She goes, that is great for you.
Yes.
Which I know means it's not she hates, but
I will
but you
say,
do you, girl.
as the mom of a teenage daughter, that's a very nice way to say it.
Yeah, she's like, that would
Could
look
be a
great
lot
on you.
more.
It could. Yeah. So
Do you think that she will want to get into the boutique life one day?
we tell her she can buy it from me one day if she would like to.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not giving it to her; she has to purchase it because it is my retirement, right?
Yeah,
like
and it's
it
your
wasn't
baby.
given to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, she says that she wants to do that. So we'll see. I don't want to force her into that.
Yeah.
It was my dream. And I always tell her, this was my dream. It doesn't have to be your dream. If
Good.
you want to do that, that is fantastic. You can purchase this for me one day. But if you want to, I would love for you to do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I guess
what
we'll
happens.
see. Time
Yeah,
will tell.
Time will tell.
So you mentioned the yellow and chocolate brown for spring and summer. Do you already know what colors are going to be in for fall? And who is it? Who is it that's
what I
telling
wanna-
us
who is telling
what
everybody?
colors? Because the color of the year is that white.
Well, it's Cloud Dancer. Which,
Cloud dancer, also
Otherwise,
known as white.
Correct. Yeah.
So who is telling us?
But Pantone, but like who's telling them? Like, why do they get to
yeah.
decide? I don't know. Like, I would love to know.
I would like to know the person behind
But it's
that.
so funny because, like, clearly the designers are listening to whoever they are because
Yeah.
they all know it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, everybody got the memo.
And they must be told first because they're already coming out with their
'cause they're
designs and
a
they're
year-
ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
I would like to know that side of the process. I don't know that side of the
You know
process.
how hurricanes are named like years in advance? I'm wondering if they just throw out colors years in advance and they're like, okay, well, next year is going to be baby blue. And they already have it planned. We just don't know.
I'm not, well, this goes back to the I'm an engineer and not a fashion marketing. I bet some fashion marketing major at NC State knows this, but I
Maybe.
do not know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you know about fall and even winter?
Yes, Yes.
Okay.
So when we went to Vegas, we did some of the lines had their fall and Vegas, and we looked through them, and I am so excited because more animal print, but also so outerwear is going to be huge. I love outerwear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with outerwear, and it's very sad that we live we don't have a whole lot of changing of the climates because I have so
Although
much
this
outerwear.
winter
has
I've
been
been
crazy.
getting
Yeah.
out more coats than
No, I would
normal.
agree.
Yeah.
But we saw fur and just different silhouettes. I mean, it's going to be all about the jacket, leather, suede, like bomber jackets, leather jackets, long jackets, plaid, we saw so much outerwear. Of course, we see outerwear, but not outerwear as the outfit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be outerwear as the
As
outfit.
the
I feel
look.
like you're going to be having on a white, black, plain-ish top, maybe, or even I love, maybe you have a patterned shirt, but then you have some amazing jacket over it. I think that's
and
what I love the most.
That is exactly when we're
Yeah.
going to have our warmest winter on record. We're going to not need a jacket at all, Mandy.
I hope not, because I already bought a lot of that. I bought a lot of
Yeah.
outerwear. So, yeah.
Maybe
We'll
it'll
see.
stay in for a couple seasons. So just in case we don't have another rough winter, we can save it. Okay. Let's say you have to describe swagger in 3 words. What is the vibe of swagger?
What's better? Okay. Let's see. Fun. Fun.
I think fun is a great one because honestly, every time I walk into the store, it seems like the employees are having fun. Everybody's smiling, everybody's cheery. So it does seem like the whole store is fun.
It is.
It's of course fun to shop. So
Right, well,
yeah.
It is. It's just like a fun. That's what I wanted the vibe to be.
Yeah.
Right. Fun. And of course, hopefully, people say trendy, right? Because you want them fun, trendy, and uplifting.
That's a good one. Yeah, because you want people leaving. I said this in my intro. You want people leaving with more confidence than they came in with. So uplifting is a very good one.
And I think, well, with that, you saying that, like, there's so many women that come in. We are hard on ourselves.
Very. Yeah.
And, like what one person might not like about themselves, another person loves about this. We're just really hard on ourselves. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, don't treat yourself that way. Don't say that about yourself. And you look amazing in this. Just like do it. Like wear it.
Trust me. Own
Trust
it,
me. You
go.
look amazing in this. And I'm always like, I'm not saying that to make money because that's not worth it. I want you to feel good when you leave here.
Because then they'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But don't talk about yourself that way. Like you look amazing and you should know that and you should feel that when you leave.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to touch on the social media aspect. You guys, I mean, I wouldn't say where I started to follow you from, but it certainly helped with the live videos that you do. And they're shop with Mandy. Is that what it's called?
Shopping with Mandy.
Shopping with Mandy. You're personally modeling the clothes. You're showing items on the videos and people are, kind of like buying them as you go. I want to know how impactful you feel like social media has been on a boutique style industry, how it's changed, how you run your business.
Well, let's just start with the fact that in 2002, we were entering our invoices over fax because they would say, "Oh, do you have an email?" I'm like, "I do." But
children don't even know what fax is.
I know.
Yeah.
We
and I don't even know how to describe it.
So
Yeah.
there is that. And then you pan forward through all the things. And now we're at the social media. I will say, like when we first started, even into 2011, 12, I can't even imagine having to have produced a magazine of our, get those magazines from big brands like, oh, this is what we have portfolio. We never would have had the means to be able to do that. So social media does give us that opportunity. But, I laugh all the time. I'm like, who thought at 50 I would be making TikToks and reels of these clothes, right? I mean, yeah. So it is more difficult than it looks to come up with the ideas and do them and implement them along with all of the other things that need to be done. But I do think in today's world that you have to do that, or people, that's how people find out about boutiques and trends. And we're trying to be a little bit more educational recently too about, hey, this is how I just did a reel on, this is how you can wear a scarf 5 ways.
I saw that.
Or
Yes. So when you mentioned scarves a few minutes ago, it immediately went in my mind. And now I want to go out and buy all the scarves.
Yeah. Like I think education it is helpful because sometimes people don't know how to work in the new trend.
Yeah.
Or something
How to
like that.
style it.
Right. Or if they're like, I want to buy this, but I need to be able to wear it more than one way. like I'm trying to do videos like that as well. So, hey, you can get this, and this is how you can wear it differently. So,
So when you get in the brooches, you're going to have to
Yeah,
make a new
exactly.
video
Like,
to show
this is
how
what
to
you're
wear.
gonna do.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't just plop it on your dress.
Right.
Well, you can, but there are a lot of different ways because you can incorporate it with scarves and jackets and everything else. Maybe even hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to that video.
All right, we'll see.
I also feel like social media has allowed us as customers to get to know you
Mm-hmm.
better and on a more personal basis. And it makes us feel like we're supporting a friend, if that makes sense, by shopping in your store.
Yeah, it is funny. People will come up to me all the time like, I feel like I know you, but you
Yeah.
don't know me.
Mhm.
And I wish that it worked both ways because I'd love to be able to know all of the people who watch. I think when we started doing the lives, because I'm sorry, that was the other question, the lives, I started doing lives actually before COVID, which was very helpful that when COVID happened and we had to shut down, that I continued on with the lives. So we were just very lucky that we were doing that beforehand. Before that, Swagger was expanding and I was really in our warehouse more than the store. And so I really wasn't getting to talk to customers. And I was like, I want to interact with them somehow. And that's kind of how this live started. So people do they'll text like, oh, hey, or I love that. Or, and that's how I just became more connected with customers again, because I don't get to be in the stores as often as I would like. That's the part I love, but there's just so much other stuff happening now that I don't get to. So I've really enjoyed doing the lives. I go live usually Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the other thing about that is I try on every single piece of clothing that comes into Swagger. Every single piece. So I know how every single thing fits.
And as a shopper, I appreciate that because I normally base what I buy on what size you're wearing.
People say that all the time.
Even though you're a little tinier than I am, but I still base it on what you say.
I'm also not, I'm not a 0-0. So it's every small isn't going to fit me,
Yeah.
right? So I can say, hey, I sized up here,
I
or I
sized
sized down
down,
here. And I think it is helpful because it's just a lot of work to try every single piece of clothing on. And obviously every customer is not going to do that because it's not as fun as it would sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very time consuming, but it is certainly worthwhile as far as what I can say.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, where do you see Swagger 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I joke, I'm always like, I'm not opening another store. I'm just not happening. It's not like
because you opened the Raleigh location
in 2017.
Okay.
So
Which
it's
feels like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it does. And it also feels like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was a large gap. It was 15 years between the opening of the two stores. I was like, I love my life. I love the amount of time I get to spend with my family, and we travel a lot. And I didn't know if I could do both, but it did. I mean, the Raleigh store is doing amazing. The staff there is amazing. Customers are great. And, but every store comes with more responsibility.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would like to have a bigger presence online, maybe. Bigger presence online.
Yeah.
Sell more online, just so then the stores, I have both stores that I love so much, and my house is kind of in the middle of the two, so I can go between the two. And then about 4 years after that, my daughter's going to take over, hopefully, and then I can go travel the world and
maybe consult with her.
Exactly.
Work for her. Okay, it's time for our What's Up Roundup, where I ask a lightning round series of questions before you go.
Right.
And this kind of goes back to the whole low-waisted jeans. My question is, what is one trend you wish would disappear forever? And that's mine.
And I was about to say, I'm not saying this because you said that, low-rise jeans.
Yeah.
I've done it once.
Yeah.
I don't need my behind sticking out. I don't need to see other people's.
My mom pouch.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah, let's tuck it all in.
Low-rise jeans. Full stop. That's it. That's what I would like. Yeah.
All right. We're on the same page. Okay. If Swagger had a theme song, what would you want the theme song to be?
Maybe Run the World, the Beyonce.
Oh,
Girls.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a very good one. I mean, the one that comes to my mind. Maybe it's because it rhymes with swagger. It's moves like Jagger, but so maybe we could change it to moves like swagger. Okay, what is one item in your closet that you've had forever and you'll never get rid of it?
Back to my outerwear obsession.
Yes.
I have this one off-white winter jacket with a spur collar.
Okay.
I am obsessed with it. I love it so much.
How long have you had it?
For before I owned Swagger, so
Okay, so that's a
25 or more years.
okay.
It's classic shape. It's beautiful. And every single time I wear it, I feel beautiful.
I bet
And
that color is nice on you too.
I love winter white.
Yeah.
Yes. So I love it. Never getting rid of it.
Going back to the Old Navy story, my oldest piece of clothing is a denim jacket that I got at Old Navy, probably, I mean, no less than 25. Whenever they first opened the store, I think in Durham, I remember driving out to Durham and I was a teenager and thinking that I'm going to get lost and stolen. But the denim jacket from Old Navy, I'll never get rid of it.
Once you find a good denim jacket,
Yeah.
you better not get rid of that.
You can't. You can't. Okay. I would like for you to tell everyone where to shop Swagger online, where to watch these live videos that we mentioned, and all the TikToks and fun videos and stuff that you do.
Okay. So on our website, it is shopswaggernow.com. So you can shop on our website, and then that also tells like the information about our stores. You can find us, you can download our app on the Google Play Store or the App Store. You search Swagger Boutique on either one, and you'll see it. We have a cute little pink logo that has like a zebra background. We are on Instagram on shop_swagger. As well as that's our TikTok handle and our Facebook handle. And we also have a Facebook VIP group where it's just a smaller group. We share like customer share pictures. We'll share pictures, more like intimate group. But so that one's Shop Swagger VIP, and then we have Shop Swagger as our Facebook.
So you can find Swagger everywhere online.
Yes,
at all the platforms.
Yes.
And I do recommend the VIP page because that's another way that you can see what the clothes look like on somebody else.
For sure.
A normal looking person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the lives happen on our app, but they also, the way that the app works is they send it to Facebook as well. So you can see you can see the lives on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for telling us what we're going to be seeing this spring and summer in particular. I can't wait to see the yellows and browns.
I know. I can't wait to see them on you.
Yes. Oh, you'll definitely see them on me because that's two of my favorite colors. So thank you so much, Mandy.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening to What's Up Wake with Melissa Wistahuff, presented by the publishers of Carrie Magazine, Wake Living, and Main and Broad. Follow them on social media at Carrie Magazine NC, at MB Magazine NC, and at Wake Living Magazine. Visit each magazine's website at carriemagazine.com, mainandbroadmag.com, and wakeliving.com to check out the latest digital edition of each magazine and find pickup locations. Be sure to subscribe and leave a 5-star review to help others find us. Music provided by Angie Bagley and Chris Bagley. This show is produced by Podcast Carrie.